there's always been. I grew up Buddhist, and my parents helped start the temple in Seabrook. And when Nori and I moved to Washington, and fairly soon after the kids, I guess you guys were about 3 and 4, maybe 2 and 3. There were 7 families that started a Dharma school because we thought it was an important thing that our kids have a strong religious background also. And we got a lot of support from Buddhist churches in America. We got a lot of support from temples around here. Because my parents were always active in both the church and JSL and all these other organizations, people who were leading these organizations, I knew them. So like when Reverend Sushi at that point in time was Bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America, I had known him for several years, and he was very supportive and very encouraging, and he did things that he went out of his way to make sure that we had the help that we needed, and so did the other temples around. And so the 7 families grew much larger. Reverend Sushi, when he finished his term as Bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America, he decided he wanted to go back into the active ministry. And so he looked around and he thought, there's no temple here. And so he decided to come. One of his friends was a Japanese industrialist, Mr. Eihan Numata. And he convinced Mr. Numata to help bankroll this temple, which he did very generously. And
what year was that?
It was 1980. I think it was like 81 when we moved here. And so our first temple was down Old King Mill Road, right across from the Springfield Golf Club. We had half of an office condominium, and Mr. Numata bought that and bought the house, and in fact helped pay Reverend Susie's salary, because 7 families, 10 families, 15 or 20 families couldn't do that. So we grew. And then when did we move here? Do you remember? 1998. We built this temple here that we're sitting in. And for the original motivation, it was that we wanted our kids to have a religious background and a Buddhist perspective on the way they looked at the world. And I think as under Reverend Sushi's strong influence, that has expanded to one, me always examining myself and how I fit into the teachings, but also the second part of it is that sense of sharing has gone beyond our family and beyond our kids to a wider community, that we think that there is something here that to offer. And so, and in Fairfax County, very seldom have we run into problems, and the county has been helpful to us. I remember when we set up when we had the groundbreaking here, a lot of the local boards of supervisors, members of the supervisors came to participate in that celebration. So overall, the county has been good. I don't know if you run into some problems, but that happens all the time.